Welcome back. I'm like lights on, nobody home. Okay, we had a little bit of technical difficulty. We have Mark Fleming joining us via Skype. And so, Mark, welcome to the show. We should say that Mark is an adult autistic entrepreneur, and he has founded a personal training business called Puzzle Piece Fitness LLC. Everything is not my friend right now, but what I love, Mark has a bachelor's and a master's degree in exercise science from the University of Alabama. He is a certified personal trainer and a group fitness instructor from the American Council on Exercise, along with numerous specialty certifications. He also wrote a research paper in grad school regarding all of the research done on autism spectrum disorders and exercise, which I want to see this. Anyway, Mark, welcome and thank you so much for being with us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I'm thrilled to have you here. Talk to us a little bit about how you founded Puzzle Piece Fitness.
So I went through grad school doing exercise science, and shortly after, I was having some trouble getting a job, so I ended up taking a job as a behavior assistant. And during that job, I found that there was a deficit in between kids graduating from OT and PT, and then they would come to Special Olympics in their 30s and 40s and show some of the same deficits that had been corrected in therapy. And so I decided I know exercise, so I can fill in that gap.
Well, and there's a lot of people, Mark, that just don't understand what an important piece exercise is for individuals on the autism spectrum. Clearly, you get it. Teach all of us about why this is such an important piece of the puzzle.
Because it helps reduce the stress, and if you reduce the stress, you can also possibly reduce some STEM behavior, which then can help a child learn a lot more in a shorter amount of time, and thus improve a lot of functions throughout life. There's also obviously cardiovascular diseases that you can prevent, and other things like that. So obviously the main benefit is to kind of help with focus and decrease stress.
And so talk a little bit about, from your personal experience, what exercise has meant for you and what has it helped you with.
Excuse me, can you repeat that?
How has exercise affected you in your life? How did you benefit from exercise?
Well, it definitely helped me to be more social. Sports growing up was kind of my outlet. So being able to participate in sports and then use that as kind of a focus while I was interacting with others greatly improved my socialization skills. And then obviously with stress, I was a lot less stressed every time I was active during my childhood and whatnot. So that's great.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. And look at you. You're a successful entrepreneur. And you have some pretty strong feelings about the importance of disclosing your diagnosis as a professional in the workforce. How do you feel about this? What's your stance on this?
I think it's very important for individuals with autism, whether or not they're high functioning or whatever you want to classify them as, to disclose their diagnosis in the workforce, because it not only helps people in their job to help them kind of realize why they may need help in certain areas, but it also helps the younger generation to understand that there are other things that they can do besides kind of the arts and the technological stuff, that there's other avenues out there for them.
You're an amazing, amazing role model. I'm sure that there are going to be people who are going to want to know at what age were you diagnosed, and what were some of the things that challenges that you faced growing up. I don't mean to be personal, but are those questions you're comfortable with?
Yeah, I was originally diagnosed with PDD and OS at a young age. And that was mainly due to fine and gross motor skills and speech delays. But then I was diagnosed with autism, Asperger's at age 11. And a lot of my issues had to deal with socialization, besides the fine and gross motor stuff. Uh, Making friends wasn't very easy. I was pretty okay at school, but besides that, it was mainly socialization was the worst.
And we're running out of time, but I know that one of the things that parents frequently, when they realize, oh my goodness, my child needs to get some of this physical work, and they're not sure who to take them to. Are there certifications that we should look for? Is that something that's important if we're taking our child who has a disability to do this kind of work?
Yeah, it's very important to when you're looking at personal training to get a certified personal trainer. There's a lot of individuals out there right now that don't have any sort of credentials. There's people out there that have weekend certifications that are working with individuals with disabilities. And I believe that sends a wrong message to the individuals with disabilities, saying that they don't kind of deserve professionals to work with them. So definitely making sure that who's working with your child or your loved one, make sure that they are certified, because there's a lot of things that go into that certification process that ensures the safety of the individual being trained.
Which certifications should we look for? You are certified by the American Council on Exercise. Clearly, that's a good one. Are there other ones that we should be looking for?
The National Academy of Sports Medicine,
Okay.
and also ACSM, the Academy, the ACSM and NASM. I don't remember what the abbreviations are right now, but those two are probably the top organizations. And obviously, the American Council on Exercise is also a good one.
Wonderful. But this is an important piece that people need to be aware of. Exercise, as you said, everybody's looking for the answer to the stress piece. Like, all of us have kids on the spectrum that are in different places in terms of anxiety and stress. But there have been so many studies too that have shown that exercise and crossing the midline can help with cognition. You were saying that it helps with social skills. There's a great deal of research that's been done on this. Now, if people want to come to Puzzle Piece Fitness in particular, where can they find more information?
They can go to www.puzzlefit.com.
Okay. Mark, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me.
And we hope to have you back again soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Sounds great. Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.